Okay, we're doing a backpack in the LAUREL-SNOW wilderness, and Chuck on the right, Jackie on the left, and here we go. And just really into the hike very shortly is a bunch of stone walls and retaining walls and so forth. There was a coal mine here, and we're going to be hiking on the old whale bed. Dayton, Tennessee is just down there, maybe 2 or 3 miles or so. And this is Richland Creek that we'll be following. I think the name changes, but we're going to be following it much of the way to the campsite. Huge rock down there that probably fell from a big bluff up there. There were 7 coal mines in the area and 17 miles of railroad serving them. This is a great trail going up over there on one side. Down below is Richland Creek, and then the trail, and then these huge bluffs stretching way down the trail there. On the other side. Here's the pipe that was underground in the middle of the trail. Leads to a reservoir on up from which the city of Dayton used to get their water.
It is gorgeous.
This is Richland, but it changes to Henderson Creek somewhere along here, according to the park ranger.
Is it where, you know, there's a little...
Yeah, where there's a slide stream comes in, right? Okay, down to the campsite.
Yeah, the little stretch you did right there,
yeah,
that's the worst piece of this whole trail.
Yeah, I agree. It was, for me, it was the hardest.
It's easy to slip.
Laurel Falls to the right. Later we'll do that day hiking. To the left, Snow Falls. And we're going to camp, hopefully not far down this Snow Falls trail. Here's our Henderson Creek campsite. It's a big site, but we had it all to ourselves. And then my tent right above the creek. We got into camp around 3 o'clock and have the tents up and water and so forth. And around 4:15 or so, Chuck and I are heading up, hopefully to Laurel Falls. Jackie decided to hang out and camp. Huge rocks. Those rocks are almost house-sized there. Chuck taking a nap at the base of the falls. Yeah, this is pretty incredible. I think this is the one I saw 40 years ago, but I didn't remember it being so hard to get up here, but then 40 years makes a lot of difference in how you can hike. I'm sitting at the base of Laurel Falls. It's a spectacular falls. I saw a guy from Texas, and he says he's hiked a lot. One of the best waterfalls he's ever seen. Chuck has headed back. I'm enjoying the base of the falls and looking at the falls. It's really spectacular with all the rain, I guess, we've had. Whether you can see it in this video, I'm not sure, but I knew it. Definitely, there it is. I got me some drinking water right down there. Well, here's maybe the most difficult part of this trail. A lot of it's hard. I'm pretty tired by now, but basically you go under this big rock. And through that hole we came up it before, it looks maybe more intimidating going down. but we'll see. I'm by myself now, so I've got to be careful. I fell once back there and don't want to fall on rocks. I fell on dirt. Chuck went on because he was really hungry. Well, I made it, but that was tough on these old legs. I basically slid down those wet, somewhat slippery rocks right there and down to the bottom. Looks like you've probably already eaten since you're brushing your teeth. Yeah, that is a beautiful waterfall. God, really beautiful, and but tough. God, I am really tired. Chuck said he was going to eat first thing because he was really hungry. Taking a picture of my food. So Chuck, where is our fire? I don't see any burning fire over there.
I don't know. I guess it went out during the night.
Yep. Jackie, how long have you been up?
Just now.
Oh, really?
It's been down to the stream.
Okay.
Washed up.
Well, it's around 9:15, and campsite's over there. I'm leaving first. And I haven't mentioned it, but we've seen a fair number of flowers. This, I think, is what they call a skull cap. And some others that I'll put some still pictures up of. And I'm leaving before the other two because I had a terrible night sleeping last night. First cramps in my legs for about 4 hours. And then, well, the whole time really, my right knee is really hurting. When I went down and got water a second time, more flowers. When I went down and got water the second time, I somehow twisted the knee while getting up from getting water. And it's hurt pretty badly. Nothing broke, I guess, but it really hurts when I step on it. And it hurt all night long. But anyway, heading out, and I am walking. I'm mobile, so, and the trail out, except for that, the first part going out after we cross the bridge is pretty rocky, but after that it's pretty level. And here's one of the prettiest flowers we've seen. Well, at this point, Chuck there and Jackie just before him have passed me. We're down at least to the easy part, which is where the old railroad was, and so it's much more level. We've gone something over 8/10 of a mile, I guess. So about a mile to go, and hopefully my legs will hold up. Here's the old pipeline under or beside the trail, which carried water to Dayton from the Dayton Reservoir up behind me, maybe half a mile or so. One of the great things about the Cumming Trail is rarely do you have wet crossings. Almost always have a bridge. And right here there's a bridge over a deep gully that would be hard to cross. And again, there's the old pipe from the reservoir. I don't know what was up above this, but for at least 100 yards it runs across the side of this valley above, I guess. Reminds me of quail up in the mountains of Peru, Andes Mountains. So on top of a mountain, there's a long wall like this, and above it is a ancient city. Probably something to do with coal mining above this one, though. Well, in spite of my leg, I decided to investigate. And there's the river, there's the trail coming up above the rock wall, and it comes up and goes out the side of the mountain there a ways, and then comes up this way. So possibly it was for vehicles to drive up here. Maybe there's a coal mine behind me, or it's possible the train went out there and then backed up this way and then got up to the coal mine up there somewhere, I guess. Definitely there was a railroad here. Here's some ties, railroad ties that were left, and which are still pretty obvious. And a nice waterfall there, and a nice log falling over the trail there. There used to be roads and even the railroad all over this valley. Here's an interesting one. A side road, spur trail, railroad I assume, went down and crossed the river on those massive concrete supports, and then probably up the other side of the river to a mine. And the rock wall continues with a Carolina wind, I think, sounding off. This is one popular place. It's crowded on a weekday. But what about a weekend in the summer? After our backpack, we had a great lunch at the El Toro Mexican restaurant in Dayton.